Hello, everybody. Welcome to the August Notebook Challenge. This is just a monthly challenge where I challenge you to take out all the beautiful notebooks that you've been hoarding in your closet. Just grab one and fill it all the way, or grab multiple like I have done and use them as tools, use them as part of your joy, use them to help you get your life in a place where you want it to be, or to go for your goals, or to just journal out your thoughts, or just to make yourself happy. That is what this is all about. So I'm going to be taking you through the notebooks that I plan to use the most in August and how things have been going. So let's get started. I feel like I'm still a bit in denial that it is August already, because this summer I had all these big plans with the kids and this time has flown by so fast. Museums, I went to San Diego for a mastermind trip. We went to Galveston for an entire week as a family, and I took the entire 7 days completely off. I was barely on social media. I didn't make any videos. I didn't do any live streams. And I honestly can't remember the last time I did that when I wasn't like sick or also working on some other type of business thing. So it was really nice. I read 3 books. It's been a really good month, but we are now in the month of August and we are moving into the busiest time of my year. My beautiful 3-year-old daughter is about to start school for the very first time, and it's going to change the game for us in a lot of ways. So yeah, I did not use my notebooks as much during the summer because I was focused more on, let's try to get my book finished, which I didn't do. I got about halfway through, so I'm celebrating that. And let's spend time with the family. And those were my biggest points of focus. So I have no regrets about not really being in my notebooks as much as possible. But we are going back full force for August. So I'm excited to show you what I'm using. And as always, if you would like to share your notebooks that you're working on with the community, you can go over to Instagram and use the hashtag HB Notebook Challenge and show us your notebook stacks and let us know how it's going for you. I'm going to start out with these 2 Sterling ink notebooks, and I actually bought a new one or one of the new Sterling ink planners for next year. So I'll talk about that. It's not here yet because they were on pre-order, but I will talk about that a little bit. So earlier this year, I bought 2 new Sterling ink planners, or just notebooks. And I've also had a pen that kind of exploded in here. And so this is the Hobonichi Weeks size, but it's basically just grid paper on the inside, and it is Tomo River paper. It's gold foiled on the edges, and it has 260 pages in here. So this is the same size as a Hobonichi Weeks planner, but I don't actually have or use a Hobonichi Weeks branded planner anymore. And I actually like this one that doesn't have any dates or anything like that on it, because with the Hobonichi Weeks and sometimes with alternative planners that I use, like if it's not my main planner, I end up just not using it. And then I feel guilty because it's gone. With a blank planner, I can still kind of functionally map out the pages the way I would the planner if I want to, but I can also just use them however I feel like it. And I don't have to feel guilty if it takes me 5 years to fill it up. So this one in particular is a wallet. And I got a lot of questions when I showed this earlier about whether you can still get this wallet. And I'm sad to say, I don't think that you can unless you look like on eBay or try to find a KikiK buy sell trade group. They do seem to have a different wallet on their website. And somebody emailed me to say that KikiK is now shipping to the US again. This is a company that was in bankruptcy. Then they were purchased by Erin Condren. Then they were let go by Erin Condren. And now I think they've been sold again and they're getting their business back together, which I'm very happy, because it's like both of these are KikiK and I just love their designs and their quality. So I'm excited for that. I probably need to place an order just to support them. But anyway, I didn't see this particular wallet, but if it comes back, or if you know if the wallet they have on their website currently fits this, let me know. But it's just a zip wallet. And this is just decorated. I have cash and stickers inside the zip pocket. And then I just have this slipped into the back. And then I have my credit cards and things like that and my driver's license in the back. I am using a cover here that I think I probably got from Oh no, this is an actual Hobonichi cover, I believe. Yeah, so this is a Hobonichi cover. So you can see it's exactly the same size as a Hobonichi Weeks. And of course I gotta have some Coffee Monsters Co. and Honeybee Shop stuff up here. I left myself some room here in the front because I wanted to set up some trackers and then I haven't done it. So I'll set up a title page and some trackers here. But basically I have been using some of my old Hobonichi Weeks stickers to use this as a journal and as like when I was on my trip and I didn't want to take a huge stack of planners with me. I was already taking so much. I was able to use this for one of the courses that I'm taking and I just love it. It's so easy to give a pop of color on this page. The stickers that I am using come from Spotted Gum. I will link this Etsy shop for you, but these are all sticker kits that are made for Hobonichi Weeks size. And then she always includes a matching freebie with the pages. So it's these 3 pages that you get. And I love them. And I actually have a ton of them that I have collected over the years of using Hobonichi Weeks. But since I'm not using it anymore, now I can use them in here. I'm also going to be using them in this other notebook. So I'll show you that in a second. But basically, when George and I are out to dinner, which we'll be doing more lunch dates with Evie in school. And this is something we did when Andrew first went to school full time. We had lunch dates together and we talked through my story and it was really, really helpful. We would go for walks at the YMCA. We would do lunches and we would do nothing but talk about my books. Now, I am currently using this Chic Sparrow, this little charm here. This was a gift from one of my fans. And then this charm is from Honeybee Shop, which I also love. This cover for the B6 Traveler's Notebook is a leather Mr. Darcy cover from Chic Sparrow. This is not available anymore, but she does have other B6 sizes. If you want to check out her website, I will also link that down below. I bought this on a buy, sell, trade group, and I have multiple notebooks in here. So just kind of skipping around. So I went to a couple of events earlier this year and talked with some friends like masterminding and have notes of that in here. Then I went on this San Diego retreat with Amber and some of my other business besties, which I might be doing. I did record some of that. So I might put all that together and talk about how to like the benefits of a mastermind, but more specifically how to create a mastermind. I'm actually interested in starting my own mastermind and I thought it might be neat. You guys have to let me know in the comments if you would be interested in joining a mastermind. Obviously I can't join a mastermind with everyone here, but what I could do is put together a form and pair people together that are in the same like genre or interested in the same like growth and different things like that. So let me know if you'd be interested in kind of like a mastermind matching service and a little bit of guidance on how to start it and what you would do in a mastermind. So I took all my notes for that trip in here, and instead of, I wasn't using Spotted Gum stickers, but I was using journaling kit stickers. These particular ones are from Hello Petite paper. And I was going to see if I had one here to show you, but I don't think I do. That's like a full sheet. This is the piece of the sheet. Oh, here's a full sheet. So this is her Pocahontas sheet. And I love her stuff as well. I've just been using a lot of stickers lately, and like one sheet, I used it over the course of all this. So this was Jasmine here. And there's so much good stuff that happened at this retreat that I just took tons and tons of notes. This particular insert is from Paper Penguin Co. And it is also a Tomo River paper one. So I took all my notes there. I also was taking some notes on some of my own like strategy and thoughts. So this first notebook has really turned into a mastermind strategy for my career kind of notebook. I still have nothing in this second one. I took the third one out because things were getting bulky. And then I also have my B6 stalogy, which is my sort of bread and butter when it comes to my writing stories right now. So if you've been following me since the early days of this channel, you know that I used to use a happy planner for my plotting, and I may eventually go back to that when I'm working on bigger stories or something like that. But I have to tell you, like, this was my husband's suggestion because I was really loving this B6 stalogy and using it as a journal last year and when we were traveling on the road. And his suggestion was, why don't you start a B6 stalogy to be your writing journal as you go through writing a book. And his idea was that I would put all my plotting notes in here and that each journal would be a single book. But I was pretty sure right away that it wouldn't take an entire journal to, like, I wouldn't be able to fill this with one book. This would be multiple books. And I think that is going to be the case. So I have The Disappearance of Vanessa Shaw going on in this book. And I'm scared to pull it apart too much because I know that there are people who pause my videos to read what I've written in my journals. So I am going to just kind of pass through quickly that I actually have been using this like almost every day, and it doesn't look like there's a lot gone in it for as much as I've been working, but I really have found it super helpful. And I've even made a little tab here for where I'm starting the next book in the series or in my Shadow Demon saga. And I imagine that the rest of this will probably be taken up with that particular book, but I'm loving this. So what I was saying before is that when George and I go out to dinner or anything like that, I'll just have this and my keys or my phone, and it'll just go into a small purse now that I don't have to carry a baby bag. It's like so nice to be out of diapers and things like that. But I will just carry this, and this way I have a notebook with me at all times so that if we can talk story, we can go through it in this. Now, I've had this notebook as well, and because it also has a small profile, this will easily fit into any one of my bags. So I don't know, I may just go back and forth, but I'm kind of wanting to keep all my story notes in this one. I'm almost tempted to be like, maybe instead of, well, I don't know. I'm just going to go with it, but I could actually set this front part up or get something more like this one that has a lot of pockets in it and set this up as a wallet instead of this, because then I could just carry this and have my B6 stalogy with me at all times. But I'm not really going to stress it because it's not that hard to just pull this out and take it with me. Plus, I've been enjoying having this pretty color, although it does need to be cleaned a little bit. But this is the first one. This is the Hobonichi Weeks size from Sterling Ink. Again, I will link that down below. Then the other one that I have not started using yet, but that I was wondering, how am I going to use this? So this beautiful traveler's notebook was actually a gift from one of you, and I just have loved it so much. So thank you again for this gift. Like, I will be sharing with you some of the gifts that I've gotten in my mailbox recently, because the kindness that I've seen from this community and the love and support has just been overwhelming for the entire time I've been on YouTube. And I just want you to know how much I appreciate you for being here and for caring about me. And I hope you feel that returned to you so much. So this is a Kiki K from the Life is Wonderful collection. And it's just a simple traveler's notebook. It has just one kind of two strings in it. I do have some Coffee Monsters Co. traveler's notebooks. This is just what you would call a regular traveler's notebook size. This is just like a regular TN. And I've got it in this case. I also have a little Very Cute Designs bunny. And then I have this champagne charm from Charming Planner Co., which is one of my favorite like charm companies. I will say these are quite expensive from her shop, but they're also the best quality I've ever bought from a charm shop. So I will leave her link below as well. She was on a break for a while, but I think she's back. So this is another Sterling Ink one that has the gilded edges. This is the 520 page notebook, so it's quite beefy compared to the other one. And this again just has graph paper inside, and it is blank, totally blank. And it just has this sort of cardboard cover, and it's very nice. I might go on her website and buy a cover for this, or I might go on her website and buy a cover for this, or try to find a cover online that will fit, because I don't like just putting this kind of notebook in the strap. But what I could and have seen people do is you put the cover on it and you put the cover in the strap so that it just lays like this, and then you can leave it in. But anyway, I'm just kind of rambling. But what I have decided to use this for is my 6 months for life goals that I'm working on right now, which is the next 6 months basically started in July and will go all the way to the end of the year. I am focusing goal number 3. So if you watched my 90-day reset video, goal number 1 is for writing. Goal 2 is for heart breathings. Goal 3 is what I call 6 months for life. And so my almost complete focus for my personal life and my family over the next 6 months is to increase my energy by taking care of my health, by taking care of my mental health, by setting better routines, by making my house more clean and organized, and just like straightening up the things that steal my energy, like hiring a better bookkeeper, hiring a new accountant, getting some things put in order so that I have less stress. And I think that is going to make massive difference for me for the rest of my life. So I'm really focused on that over the next 6 months. And so my word of this year is faith, but my word for the next 6 months is energy. And so I am going to use this. Now I have this, I keep kind of circling into different notebooks. I have this notebook that kind of is my tarot journal. This is another sterling ink. This is the common planner. It's B6 size as well. The cover is a moterm cover. And I really love this too. It does have these pockets back here so you can put more stickers. So here's more of those kind of journaling stickers. There's a Snow White one, and just rainy days. That one's called Home for Christmas, like one's for later in the year. And so I can keep those stickers in here. This cover is from Salty Katie Co. And I can't remember where this is from. This might have been from Spotted Gum as well. But oh, this was another gift in my P.O. box recently, was a journaling card and a bunch of stickers from a shop called Glitter Fritter. I will link this down below too, because these are so cute. If you like little witchy kawaii, like I love it. So I have put that in there. But this is more of a planner, right? So you've got it's very similar to the Hobonichi Cousin, where you've got an overview of the 6 months, and then you've got the year, and then you have weekly and then daily pages. And so this, so far, I've been tracking my habits, and then I have not really journaled in this. Like I said, I wasn't journaling as much this month, so I don't have a lot of pages in here for July, but I am gonna be setting it up with a new bow tab. And I have these printables from Hourglass Planner Co., something like that. I'll leave all the links, that I just print out and keep in here, and I will just glue it down to do a new habit tracker, and that'll go on the next available page, along with, I love to do vellum tip-ins. So I took these ones. Again, I cannot remember where everything is from, I'm sorry to say, because some of these I've had forever. So I'll try to find the links to these on Etsy and share them with you, because this one is so cute with a little dragon. And then there's bookish ones like this. And this was a full 8.5 by 11 sheet that I just cut down. So I'll be able to use it either 2 sheets in here or one in my A5 planner as well if I want. But anyway, I like to do like a little vellum tip-in like I did to do over here. Didn't track any weight loss stuff this month, and that's fine. But I have this for 6 months for life. This one is more of my daily routine, like habit tracking and tarot card pulls and things like that. So it's more track on my like journaling and spirituality. So I think what I'm going to use this one for is actually tracking my daily energy and the things that I'm doing to help make myself more energetic. And I think I'm going to use this for morning pages, because back when I was in college and I was studying opera singing, my voice teacher introduced me to morning pages and the book by Julia Cameron. And I loved doing morning pages, and I have gotten out of the habit of it. And so I was thinking, I want to use this journal along with more of these sort of Hobonichi Week stickers that I've collected over the years and never really got used to use. Like, look at these beautiful sterling ink ones. I've had these for probably 2 years, but then I just never really stuck to using a Hobonichi Weeks. So I'm going to use those stickers in here as well. Lots of washi tape, maybe some tip-ins, because I do have the extra pages I can cut to this size, and just make it as beautiful as possible, and use this as a way every single morning to check in with my energy. So many of you heard that I have sleep apnea, so I'm now using a CPAP machine, and it's been taking some time to get used to, but I am feeling better already, even after just a week and a half or 2 weeks. So I'm going to track like how many hours of sleep did I get? How do I feel? What are my intentions for the day? And just kind of journaling positive thoughts for the day and how my energy is going with a daily spread. And I will keep you guys updated on whether I'm able to keep up with it, because I think that's my biggest concern is like, is this going to be too much to keep up with? Because I already am busy enough, but this would be a morning routine thing that I can do. And I was about to say, while Evie's working in her sensory box, because that has been our morning ritual when Andrew goes to school every morning, but now she's going to be going with him. So I don't know, big changes coming in our household. So those are really the main like newer notebooks that I'm focused on. I also had mentioned earlier on this channel, and you guys saw me set this up a few months ago, that I have this B5 stalogy that I have set up to be taking notes with for my Project Phoenix. And that is going to work in conjunction. Again, a lot of things I'm doing lately are notebooks or planners in conjunction with Notion. And I'm going to have a whole video setting up this Paketo project planner coming up soon. But I just also wanted to share that I have spent some time setting this up since May. And I have been working through a course called Thrifty Tips for Authors, a brick-by-brick guide to seven-figure income by Vanessa Bale. And I believe this course is going to be opening up again for enrollment. A lot of this stuff is the same fundamental stuff that I teach in Publish and Thrive, but it's maybe a little bit more for people that have been publishing for a while and are just looking to get things more in order, like using Google Analytics for your data, creating more bonus content. It goes into more depth on some of those more advanced strategies than I do in my course. So if you are someone who wants to go a little bit deeper, I'm not an affiliate for this course, although I would love to be if Vanessa ever hears about this. But I have been taking that class and keeping all my notes in here, along with my notes on everything that has to do with my Project Phoenix, which is basically just a plan to get my writing income back up to the level it used to be. So for many years, I made over six figures as an author. And then my highest year ever was about $260,000 in income. And I am sadly far away from that now on my actual book income, because I haven't had a new book published in 2 years. And I've done nothing to promote my backlist or anything like that. And a lot of my books need to be updated. I haven't really been sending newsletters because I've been so focused on Publish and Thrive and courses and HB90 and speaking engagements and my family and other things. And it can be really difficult to sort of run two businesses at once and stay 100% focused on each. But it makes me sad to not be writing as much. So many of you know I've been doing a writer reset, getting back into my joy. And as I do that, I am wanting to like get my books, selling again, talking more about my books, really finishing books, writing again, and finding joy in that process all over again. And because I'm an eternal learner, one of the best ways to do that for me is in taking courses. And speaking of that, I've also been taking notes in here on some of the new InkersCon content. So how many of you signed up for InkersCon? I would love to know in the comments if you signed up. I have been enjoying it so much. There have been some really great things, like Katharina Mora talked about seven-figure income as well there. And there have been things about writer balance and craft and just so many great things that you can actually watch at your own pace. I haven't been able to attend any of the live stuff yet, but there are still live things going on this week and I believe next week as well. So if you didn't get a chance to join InkersCon, but you're interested in it, it's not too late. You can get a $50 off code with my code Sarra23. And let me know in the comments if you joined, because I would love to know what you're thinking of it so far and whether you're enjoying it. But I have been using this B5 stalogy, which was a notebook that I started years ago and just always felt sad about it. So if you didn't see me resetting this year, I just covered up, like washi taped and clipped the pages I wasn't using anymore and started over. So you can always give your notebooks a fresh life and a fresh start. So I will be sharing with you my plans for Project Phoenix. I'll be setting up this Paketo project planner coming up soon and sharing with you how I have it all set up in Notion. I hope to share with you some templates in Notion for a writing journal and stuff like that as well if you're interested. So it's all in process, but those are basically the notebooks that I have been using and really enjoying and plan to use in the month of August. I also wanted to just say a big thank you to everyone who has sent notebooks or books or gifts to my P.O. box. Like every time I go, I'm always touched and amazed by the things that were sent. Like Susie sent this super cute kawaii Tokyo notebook from Hello Kitty, and I love it. So cute. Like, look at these. This one's my favorite, the boba tea kind of one. I love it. Super cute. Someone also sent a vintage like notepad, which I really, really love. I also got really probably one of the biggest boxes I've ever gotten from Hannah. She sent stuff not just for me, which included this wax seal kit that has a dragonfly seal on it. It's like an entire kit, but also gifts for Evie for starting school, and like a coloring book and things like that. Comic book creator for Andrew, as long as like a little sling bag that he can wear to school. Like, so thoughtful. A gift card for George. So thank you for that, Hannah. Nikki sent these Mystic Sisters Oracle deck, which has this lovely dragonfly kind of fairy right there front and center. I also received this hardcover book from Michael Travis Jasper, who I will link his book down below. This sounds really good. It's a fantasy book that has multiple points of view, including some diverse characters and some LGBT characters. And he says that he is residing in St. Joseph, Missouri, where his free time is devoted to church service, LGBT issues, social justice advocacy, considering additions to a substantial tattoo collection, and co-parenting entirely too many cats. So thank you for the lovely note and for the lovely hardcover. Wishing you the best, Michael Travis Jasper. I will link his books down below for you as well. But basically, I know I can't feature every single thing that has come through my mailbox, but I wanted to say a sincere thank you to everyone who has sent something, because it really just means a lot to me, and I'm sending you all my thanks for that. Okay, before we get to our giveaway for this month, I promised you 2 diverse reads, and actually we have 3 because we also have Michael Travis Jasper's book as well, and we're just going to show all the love here. So one book that author I particularly wanted to spotlight right now is my friend Jim Wilburn. I had the pleasure of getting to meet Jim earlier this year and spend some time with him, and I just think he is amazing. He is super talented. I've had a chance to read his first book in this series. He's a fantasy author, and I'm excited to introduce this to you. So let's talk about Jim Wilburn's books. Okay, first author, Jim Wilburn, is a creative at heart. If he's not writing a novel, he's writing and recording a song. He's a very good singer, by the way. We did some karaoke together. Or once again, trying to learn how to draw. When he's not working on the next project, he spends his free time working on another project. He totally has a life. Jim lives in the deep South with his wife and son and doesn't miss the snow at all. You can already tell his personality from that really great, simple bio. But let's talk about Jim's books. So Jim is a fantasy author, and we're talking epic fantasy, true fantasy, like super, super good. His first series is called The Continua Chronicles, and the first book is called The Seventh Cadence. After a supernatural and unforeseen calamity shatters the tentative alliance of the 5 realms, the Desserin Dominion has returned to take back their homeland and restore their oppressive regime. As the Dominion readies their troops for invasion, the fate of the entire world rests in the hands of a few young heroes with little to guide them but their own ideals. With the freedom of a kingdom at risk, each must find their place in a world torn asunder. Such a great book. You can also grab the novella that comes after it. There's some merch and paperback copies available on Jim's website. And there's also an offer here. You can find it on the homepage or at the bottom of these other pages to grab First Blood, which is an introduction to the world of Continua. Highly, highly recommend Jim's books. And if you ever get a chance to meet Jim, such a great guy. He also has a YouTube channel here. So I'm going to link all of that stuff down below. To find all of these links, you just click the show more button below this YouTube video and you will find all the description and everything you need to know. Second author that we're going to talk about today is the lovely Dylan Allen. She is an amazing writer, such a great speaker. I was very lucky enough to get to hear her speak in December at the Romance Author Mastermind. And we're talking like standing ovation, such an inspirational speech, such a vulnerable speech. And it really has still stuck with me and probably will forever. So highly recommend Dylan Allen's books. She does have quite a lengthy about me that I highly recommend you take a moment to read her story of ups and downs and how much she has really put of herself into this. And you can read a little bit more about her. She was born in Ghana, raised in Houston, Texas, and finds that home is where my heart is. Proud graduate of Tufts University, Howard University School of Law, and the London School of Economics. Nearly 20 years ago, I married the love of my very own boyfriend, and together we're raising 2 wonderful sons who are the light of our lives. I believe in the power of dreams and know that nothing is beyond our reach if we're willing to work hard and step out of our comfort zone to grab it. So you can already tell just how inspiring she is just from reading her about me. And when it comes to her books, she has lots of very good, diverse characters and a lot of really great romances out there. So you've got the Rivers Wild series, some of the 1001 Dark Nights stories that she's written, as well as a few standalones, and the Symbols of Love series, which the first book is called Then Came You. And I know some of you are going to love this because it is an enemies to lovers office romance full of secrets and lots of drama and edge of your seat, just can't put it down kind of reading. I'm not going to read this entire blurb for you, but I love this part. Then Came You is an enemies to undercover lovers office romance about 2 people who weren't looking for love when they tripped head over heels into it. So if that is your jam, definitely check out Dylan's book called Then Came You. Then the next book in that series is called Still the One. And then there's more books coming later this year, so I know you're going to love it. So there's our 2 diverse authors, Jim Wilborn, fantasy author, or Dylan Allen, romance author. Let's support them and continue to support our diverse authors in this community and just in the author community at large. Before we go, our giveaway for this month is your choice between these 2 super cute notebooks that are lined. That says Do More of What Makes You Awesome and has kind of a confetti and some sparkle there to it, or this purple one that says You Can't Make Everyone Happy, You're Not a Taco. I love this, so cute, like the little yellow on the inside. You've got just basic lines with a ribbon here, and it has, I believe, 96 sheets in it. So this one has on the interior, it's kind of this purple lilac color with a purple ribbon, and then the same in the back. So if you would like to enter to win this month's giveaway, I will ship internationally or anywhere that I can ship from the US. And just make sure you're subscribed to this channel. Give this video a quick like and comment down below. Okay, that is it for the notebook challenge. As always, I would love to see your notebook stacks. So tag me at Heart Breathings on Instagram or use the hashtag HB Notebook Challenge. And while you're at it, come follow me over on Instagram and I will see you over there. We can connect because I do try to post there every single day, whereas YouTube is only once or twice a week. So also this weekend coming up on Saturday, we have the Double Down Day for our Heart Breathings writing community. Now over 6,000 members strong. We have admins and streamers who will be doing live streams all day on Saturday. So come join us if you want to work together to start hitting your goals. And even if you're not a writer, you can still join those to do some crafting or journaling or cleaning up in your house, like whatever you want to do. Those sprints are really fun. So I hope to see you there. Also, let me know if you ended up signing up for Inkers Con. It is still going on and you can still get that $50 off if you are interested. I know we had a lot of people that signed up through my link. So if you want to come join, it's not too late. I will leave that link for you down below, again, with the code Sarra23. And I will hopefully be doing a wrap up of my favorite videos from that, but I'm already enjoying them. So I hope you are too. And I super love you guys. I will have a weekly reset for you coming up on Sunday and I will see you there. If you are not yet subscribed to this channel, I would love to have you as a subscriber and a member of our Hearties community. So I will see you next time. Bye.